Hi Tallies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Alright Tallies, if you're already part of the channel, welcome back. This video is going to be a part of my Tall Girl Talk series. I'm going to talk about why I hate telling people I played ball. So if you want to know those reasons, then keep on watching. I know this topic is a little bit weird for me to kind of just say or talk about, but it's been dawning on me for years since I started this channel to really talk about my background and to tell you why I hate telling people that I played basketball in college. Obviously, this is a tall girl friendly channel, and the owner of this tall girl friendly channel is 6'4". I do not, at any point in my life, do not negate the fact that I am above average. I am a woman who is very tall, who stands out in the crowds, who usually when I walk into a room, the eyes are on me. I understand that. And I understand that people can perceive me one way when I want to be perceived another. Growing up, I've always been the tallest. Always the tallest in every class, in every class yearbook. I have always been the tallest since like kindergarten. So I understand going through puberty, being taller than your crush in school, being taller than most of the boys. So I understand going through that. I wasn't the star on my college basketball team. I could say I was a star in my high school basketball team, but I definitely wasn't the star at my college basketball team. And that was okay. I really loved being a role player at Seton Hall. I really loved knowing what I needed to do to win the game, knowing what I had to do, staying in my lane and accomplishing what needed to do in order for us to win. Never had a problem with it. What I did have a problem with was when, after graduating, becoming a graduate assistant, doing that, you know, understanding the life outside of being a player. Now you're a coach now, you know, coming from a player to a coach, cool. Those 2 years flew by. What I didn't respect is how people perceived me in college. After college. Now, I have been told I'm a waste of height. I've been told I wasted my 4 years at Seton Hall. I've been told that I'm basically wasting all the talents that God gave me in just becoming a regular person. I've heard every remark under the sun. And I really, I feel like at the end of the day, why? You know, why put an athlete or a former athlete in this box, in your own little box, and when you hear that former athlete say, hey, like I don't associate with that sport anymore, or I don't do anything when it comes to my daily living from that sport. And it's just crazy the amount of chaos that you give to this person when you tell them like, hey, I am not a basketball player. I haven't touched a ball, guys, in going on 6 years now. I loved what basketball has given me. It's given me a free scholarship twice. I have my bachelor's and my master's for free. It's given me great connections, networking out the wazoo, places that I've never been to, people that I probably will never meet again or see again. Like, I've met legends before, you know, people that you see on TV, I played against them. Those are the experiences that I will always cherish, always keep with me, and I will tell my kids about these, right? However, I knew I did not want to play professionally my freshman year at Seton Hall. I was very mature for my age growing up. I knew what I wanted to do and I knew what I didn't want to do, and I knew that after these 4 years, you will not be seeing me playing basketball for a program, a university, league, anything. You're not gonna see me with the sport. I knew that I was more than just a basketball player. I knew that this is just, you know, something that's funding my school. You know, I was a student before an athlete. I was never an athlete student. It was always student athlete. And I feel like nowadays with social media, we have these portrayal images of these college athletes that they're just athletes. No, they're students first. They're regular people first. And I just didn't like that label that people put on me, continually put on me to this day. My parents knew that I was gonna be tall growing up. They knew I was gonna be tall, and they knew that they had to put me in something, right? But one thing I can tell you that my parents always instilled in me is that I am more than just a sport. I love history. I love international history. I love, you know, to learn. You know, I'm not a good math girl, but me and science, back in the day, I loved science. I loved different things. I loved arts and designing. I loved stuff like that, but I always put that in the back burner because I knew that I had to focus on basketball to get to college. You get what I'm saying? However, I had good grades in high school, and I could actually would have been cool, you know, going to college, being a NARP. My husband hates when I use that word NARP, but being a NARP, you know? But I didn't. I pushed myself, I trained myself, I was in the best AAU teams, and I wanted to make sure that I wanted to make it easier on my parents and go to school on a full ride. And I made that my goal, and I did it. Cool, 4 years go by. Got my master's. Shout out to my coach at Seton Hall. He offered me a scholarship to get my master's at Seton Hall and to also be a graduate assistant. So I was able to get the coaching side of things with basketball and go to school and get my master's. So it was a 2-in-1 package deal. You can't beat that. I did that. And look at me now. I'm a contracts and procurements administrator for one of the government agencies in DC, government contracting agencies in DC. Like, I really, really like my job. I'm growing into my career, and I still get those, wow, so no basketball, huh? Let's talk about the project that we've been working on for the last year and a half. Let's not put sports into this. Let's not ask about this whole life background, because I tend to, like, you know, give like subtle comments like, hey, like, I'm more than just a sport, right? And being 6'4", I feel like I can never avoid that, and I know my kids won't be able to avoid that, but it's just something that I kind of want to make it known that, like, it is annoying to hear the comments. It is annoying to explain your whole life history as to why you didn't want to do basketball, and to tell them that you're 30, because, you know, black don't crack. I get it, I look young, but I'm 30, married. Like, I have a whole life, and I don't want to be subjected to just this one role in your head. The downfalls of telling people that I don't play basketball is crazy. The frowning, the facial changes, the facial expressions that change when I tell them, like, hey, I don't play basketball, I played it almost 10 years ago, life goes on. It's like, oh my gosh, really? Like, why? You know? And then they give you these, like, they make you feel bad. My husband is 6'7", 6'6", and he, as a black man, I feel like he probably even gets worse. You know, it's like dehumanizing when you hear these comments from people and they talk to you like they know you. How can you be so confident and bold to talk to me like that when you don't even know me? You don't even know my life circumstances. You don't even know my past. You just saw a tall black man or a tall black woman that came into the gym at the same time as you, or to the supermarket, and you just thought, okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell him about how low of a life he has because he didn't play professional sports. That's insane to do. I always have respect for my former teammates and my former basketball, you know, players around the country for what they're doing and for what they want to achieve, but that's just not for everybody. It's not. And I don't want to be put in a box where I'm trying to live this dream that I don't want to live for you or for me. I want to live my life for me. I like doing my 9 to 5. I like doing side businesses. I like to do content creation. I like to do what I want to do. And yes, it might be crazy to hear my life history and my past and put it into what I'm doing now, and know that like there is life outside of basketball. There is life outside of basketball. There is goals that can be made, dreams that can be attained outside of basketball. I'm gonna make it known for all of the young girls that follow my channel that like whatever sport that you're tied to or people tie you to, you are not that sport. You are more than what you do. You are more than what you do, and I'm gonna continue to remind you, you are more than that. I try to tell people that like as long as you can take care of yourself by yourself with no parents' help, nobody's help, you are doing a killer job, okay? You are doing a killer job. That's it. I have been so blessed over the years outside of basketball that sometimes, you know, the comments just be like, okay, this person clearly doesn't get it. Because 9 out of 10 times, the people that come up to you and tell you that you are a waste of space or that you wasted your career never played organized sports a day in their lives. Never been in the gyms that I've been in, the programs that I've been in, the tournaments that I've been in, the people that I played against. They will never get to experience that. So they're coming from a shell, outside of a shell, that they can't crack. You can't crack this. You'll be surprised what people think you should have done or assume what you should have done when they were never even close to any type of environment that you were in. Feel for the kids that are like me, the adults that are like me that have been moved away from the sport and that are doing really well for themselves, you know? They're very, very happy. I know some miserable people in the basketball world. Miserable. And I feel like sometimes people are doing it for the name. Sometimes people are doing it for the money. You know, the college basketball is it's a billion-dollar industry. So I understand the benefits and the props that you get for being involved into that world is amazing. But that doesn't make you. That doesn't fulfill your life. And I knew that it didn't fulfill mine at the time, and I left. And that's okay. That is okay. I don't feel bad for the choices that I made. I don't feel bad for the decisions that have come into my lap and I had to like figure out, okay, do I go left or do I go right? You know, I don't feel bad. I have such a respectable relationship and history with the people that I've played against or played with, even the coaches that I've had in the past. I love them dearly. I think everybody knew that Chizzy was gonna play professional ball. Like, come on, like, let's just call it what it is. Another issue as to why I don't tell people that I played ball, because I really think that this has to do with racism. Because I've witnessed tall men and women walk right by me and nobody antagonizes them, asks them any questions about why they didn't play professional sports. But when me and my husband, or me and a fellow black woman or a male, tall black woman or male comes into any environment, we're bombarded with questions. And I just don't like that. I'm not a clown. I'm not running this circus. I'm a woman, an educated woman, and I have a career. I have a career, a good career. And I'm not about to sit here and tell you why I didn't play a sport. You know, I think the thing is that people think you're obligated to tell them the reason why you're not doing something. I don't have to tell you nothing. You don't know me from a can of paint. We're both strangers. You don't know my background. I don't know yours. I don't have to tell you nothing. But I just think it's so funny that like when a white person who's as tall as me walks by, nobody looks at her. But when I walk in, it's, oh my gosh, basketball, volleyball, do you model? Nothing? Why? Nothing, why? Listen, listen guys, I just want to be a regular person, and I am a regular person, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm not, and I think I've gotten into the rhythm where I try to want to just blend into the crowds now. I just kind of want to just act normal, just kind of just do my thing. I do have an athletic build, so of course people are going to assume I did play. And I love the people that just assume and then they just mind their business. Like, you guys are the best. But the ones that make a scene and want to know your whole life history and your whole background is the ones that I try to avoid at all times, you know, because it's like, oh, I don't want to deal with this right now. I am so blessed. I really honestly truly think that it has shaped me into the woman that I am today. You know, the things that I've learned through basketball, time management, balancing a big work schedule, life and personal life balance. It's just, I've learned so much that I can never say that I never want that to be a part of my history, but I don't want that to be tied to what I am now. And I hope that makes sense for the people that are watching this, that I don't want you to think that I hated playing basketball. I loved every minute, even the bad ones, the bad years. But I don't want people to look at me at the age of 30 and think that I'm so tied to that part of my life. I'm not. I'm not. I am somebody who's career driven, who wants to uphold themselves in the best way in my career. I want to be the best tall girl influencer that you see right now. I want to be a good person before anything else. I want to be a woman of God before anything else. I don't want to be tied to something where I feel like it's just the end all be all, like, oh my gosh, so what do you do with your life now, you know? And for the people that are very scared or timid or anxious to go outside and get answers, or to get questions like that, there is such healthy mechanisms to deal with very, very invasive people. One, ignoring is at its finest. You do not have to answer to any of them, simply ignoring them. And two, short, simple answers are the best. Don't give them open-ended answers to have that person give you another question. So no open-ended answers. Short, simple answers, that's it. Body language speaks 1,000 words. So if you feel like you don't want to talk, trust me, when you're timid and you're not facing the person while you're speaking to them, they'll understand. And if the ones that don't understand, then you just simply walk away. It's okay. Like, we don't owe anybody an explanation, and I want to definitely teach my kids, because I know my kids are going to be a lot taller than their peers, but I want them to understand that they are more than what they do in life. They're more than the sport that they're involved in. They are smart people who have different ambitions and hobbies and interests like everybody else, and that is okay to express that. I've expressed in my heart and soul that I'm a girly girl. I like fashion, I love makeup, I love anything lifestyle. This is me. I'm not gonna hide that for anybody, I'm not gonna change that for anybody. This is me. And I want people to understand that it's okay to live in your truth, and at the end of the day, it's your life, and God knows your true destiny in this life, okay? So yeah, I said my piece. This is why I hate telling people I played basketball. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat video. I just wanted to talk about this for years now, but I felt like this is the perfect time because I'm more mature now. I can give you more of a good outlook on things, and hopefully somebody in, you know, watching this video can resonate with me, and, you know, hopefully we can spread the positive word about this. All right, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you Tallies later. Bye.